What's going on, guys? Beer Gut plays here. Before we get started on the episode, I just want to tell you guys about a great product right here. Raise Energy Frankenberry Sour. All their products are amazing. Whether you use their energy drinks, their workout supplements, their hyper sleep. I've used all three, and I tell you, with the workout supplement, I hit my goals at the gym. With the energy drink, it helps me with that long gaming session, or your my normal day at work. My shoot day at work. Very big fan of their product. I absolutely love it. I will pop this thing open for you. And that Frankenberry sour is delicious, guys. Definitely would recommend it. If you guys want to save yourself some money, because nobody likes paying full price for anything, be sure to use the code BeerGut10 at checkout. The link to the website will be posted in the video description, and save yourself 15% on the order. Now back to the video. Hey yo, welcome back to the channel. As you guys may have already known, and you can tell by the shirt that I am wearing, this is another episode of the Smackdown Here Comes the Pain season mode. Now, guys, didn't think I'd ever have to do this. We're not going to be really doing a lot of commentary on the game today. One of my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time, Razor Ramon Scott Hall, has passed away. This will be dropping on Friday. By the way, I'm recording this on Tuesday. He passed away early Monday evening. Guys, he's obviously, I've mentioned in the videos since the start of this series, The Rock is my favorite wrestler of all time. And that's not going to change, but I put Scott Hall definitely in the top 5. Now, when I was a kid, I was scrolling through some Saturday morning TVs, and there's 2 characters, one from each organization, WWF at the time and WCW, that really drew me into this product. Scott Hall, Razor Ramon was one of them. Just that, the gold chains, the outfits, everything about Scott Hall really drew me to wrestling. Obviously, he was one of my top 5 favorites, as I mentioned, and very underrated as a mind. I'm not one of those guys that goes out and says should have been a world champion at some point. Would have been nice to see. As you guys know, very huge fan of Scott. Obviously, I'm wearing the Razor Ramon t-shirt. I thought I lost this. No, actually what happened is I gained a good amount of weight since I bought this. It got a little tight. I've lost a little bit of weight since then. Can't wait to bring this back into my rotation. Scott Hall, honestly, I don't know if underappreciated is the word that I would use for Scott Hall. I never thought this was always supposed to be a gameplay channel, and honestly, it still is. Now, I am going to mention this in the video. I am planning on picking up, at some point, very soon in fact, WWE 2K20, the NWO edition, for the PlayStation 4. I have a couple video ideas floating around with Scott Hall, obviously out of love for the man. Like I said, he's one of my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. It's just, again, I never thought I was going to have to do this. And I met him a few times. Like, that's what's the crazy thing. Like, he would come and do these shows for MCW and AEW. Sorry about that. ACW, Adrenaline Championship Wrestling, both promotions here in Maryland. Always such a nice guy. Through all of Scott's faults, the thing that always brought to me, now of course, I met him after DDP turned his life around. But such a great guy. Wonderful to his fans, wonderful. It's a little hard to see out with the camera and everything, but I am wearing a chain. I do credit my loving all of the chains and necklaces to the man Scott Hall. So, honestly, like I said, I've got a few ideas when I pick up WWE 2K22 in a couple days here. Well, as of now, it's a couple days when I'm recording this. So, have a few ideas. Also, man, one of the few things that I will always say, and I've lived by it, especially with Scott's experiences and everything like that. Work pays off, dreams come true. Bad times don't last, but bad guys do. One of the best Hall of Fame speeches ever. Also, not that I generally, and I wouldn't like this, but I've had this in my collection for years. I'm definitely going to have to sit down and watch this again. It is Scott Hall. You shoot from kayfabe commentaries. One of the best you shoots that I ever watched. It runs about 2.5 hours, and you'll be laughing your ass off the whole entire time. It's a great video. It's a great watch. I absolutely love it. Normally I wouldn't plug that, but given the times, and I figured if you're a little bit of a in the younger generation, not familiar with who Scott Hall, Razor Ramon is, definitely worth the watch, and it's a great video. It's great. Still hard to believe that we're talking about. I'm mentioning this in the video. It's hard. Hopefully we have a good match going on here tonight. I'm absolutely just... Again, I'm in shock. I never thought I would have to talk about this in any sort of... Honestly, I knew it was going to happen, but, it's just so weird to talk about. It really is. Again, one of my top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time. 63 years old, going in for what seems to be routine hip surgery. I wouldn't say that. I guess you wouldn't say routine, but you would have expected him to come out for the better. But a couple 3 heart attacks later, it's a shame. It's a shame. He got his life together, and honestly, I never really talk about how I idolize somebody, or especially in wrestling, because there's plenty of shitty people in wrestling, and we know this. As you guys know, the business is full of shitty people. But when Hall got his act together, oh man, he was... Honestly, every time I met him, and like I said, met him a few times, super nice guy, smile on his face, In fact, I met him at MCW was doing the outs. They did the Celeb Fest. They brought in Hall and Nash. And honestly, he looked great. So it was really shocking just to see him pass away like that. So I really don't want to talk about this video game today. I do want to mention in the channel that we are going to be adding, I'm unfortunately some technical difficulties with the Bucks franchise series, so that is no longer here. But I will be, as much as I wanted to do an NFL style series and do something along the lines of that, and I may come back to it at some point. I just really want to. I want to focus on wrestling, hockey, and just wrestling and hockey at this time. Those are my two favorite things. I don't think I'm gonna get the new, even though the baseball season is gonna be starting here very soon. I don't think I'm gonna be getting the show this year. Just a lot of the things that are going on in baseball, whether it be the universal DH banning the shift, all that crap. I'm not a fan. Now I do like the bigger base pads, and I know I just completely just switched quick, but honestly, talking about the whole Razor Ramon situation has kind of made me a little sad, and it's not great. Honestly, I was a fan of Razor the moment I saw him pop up on my camera, and it was just a camera. Jesus, get it together, man. I was a fan of Razor ever since he popped up on my TV, and let me tell you, I always go back every year. There's 3 matches I go back and watch every year. I watch that first ladder match between Shawn Michaels and Razor. I go back and watch Hogan Rock WrestleMania, and I shouldn't say it's 3. It's like 5 matches. And I go back and watch the trilogy Rock versus Austin. The storytelling was amazing in that final, in the trio of matches. But honestly, Razor versus Shawn, both ladder matches were great. But I always have to me, it was the first one. Very first ladder match that ever happened. And it was the very first ladder match that's ever happened, at least on television. I didn't, and of course, I'm 35, so I'm again big sucker for stuff like this. It was when you see it for the first time, just and then from what I remember is shortly after Mania, I was sick as a dog, like really bad. It might have been like the next year or something. My memory's not as good as it used to be, so I apologize for that. But I was sick as a dog, and my grandmother, God rest her soul, was. I stayed home with my grandmother, or stayed at my grandmother's house, and she picked up. I want to say, it was that WrestleMania. Was that WrestleMania? She picked up that thing on that thing on VHS, and I just remember, even though I was sick as a dog, I watched that. I think in the span of 24 hours, and I watched that thing over 3 times. So the memories from Scott Hall will always. I'm always going to be very appreciative of Scott Hall. Just he is one of the 2 people that I really credit my love of wrestling to, him and Sting. And honestly, it's sad. It is sad. He especially, God, I don't know what happened to his son. Like, is he still wrestling? I know he signed with MLW, and then they released him the next day, which was weird. But I remember, he kind of took Cody under his wing, and really tried his best to help him. So honestly, it's sad. It's sad. I'm not at words right now. It only happened 24 hours ago. It's sad. I was a big fan of his. Like I said, big fan of his work. It was nice to meet him, and he was so nice. In fact, I think I might have been one of the times I met him. I was wearing this shirt, and he loved the shirt. But this is just insane. It is. I really just don't know what to say. I'm kind of lost here. Normally, if you guys have seen my other videos, I'm really hardly at a loss of words. So that's a win. Awesome. We're going to be wrapping this thing up shortly. I kind of went on and talked about how great Scott was. Scott was great. I've never said this really about anybody, but I felt like he could have been a really good world champion for WWE. So he would have been a hell of a coach for them, especially. The guy had a mind like a fox, so. But guys, I am going to start to wrap this thing up. I'm not going to ask you for your likes. I'm not going to ask you for your subscriptions to subscribe to this channel. I'm not going to plug Ray's Energy as much as I'd really like. I'm not going to plug Ray's Energy, so guys, remember, just love your family. Remember, hard work pays off, dreams do come true. Bad times don't last. Bad guys do. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope to see you around in the next video.